How wasn't that a touchdown by Austin Safarian-Jenkins? McCown threw a pretty crisp, nice pass to him, led him perfectly. In a red zone opportunity, ASJ caught the ball, proceeded a few yards, got to the goal line, started being tackled by some Patriots secondary members, lost possession of the ball, regains possession of the ball, falls forward into the end zone, ball crosses plane, he's not down, knocks Pylon over, and Patriot defenders land on top of him. Ruled a touchdown. Then it was overturned, saying it was a touchback, New England Patriot ball, undisputable evidence that ASJ did not control the ball. Are you kidding me right now? My mind is absolutely blown, and I think Dan Fouts, the legendary Charger quarterback, said it best when he said, "This is one of the worst calls I've ever seen." From top to bottom, the referees, the officiating game was atrocious. Let's just be real, people. Patriots fans have to admit that this game was so one-sided when it came to penalties. And of course, it might not look as good because there was a couple just, throw-in holdings on special teams and on whatever first or third down and longs, to where it makes it look, more even at the end of the game, like, oh, the Jets had this many penalties to the Patriots this many. And I know there's going to be some Patriots fans that, run to the comment section of this video and, will say, quit crying about the calls, Patriots won, whatever. And I get it. I don't like to to complain about the referees and stuff. But, God, we just have to be real. The officiating job is horrible today. God. And it just irritates me because out of all this stuff that went down throughout this whole game, out of everything, the no halftime adjustments that the Jets made, all these crappy calls on third down late in the game, the Jets only lost by one score, and that's what blows my mind. We had basically that touchdown was wiped off the board. That should have been a TD, but we were still in this game. We had a chance to win, and it's just a tough pill to swallow, I guess. God, I mean the officiating job it's not the only reason why we lost, because I think the Jets made absolutely zero effort in the halftime adjustments. I thought Belichick did a pretty nice job kind of seeing what the Jets were doing on defense and kind of attacking the middle of the field, going inside the hash marks. Throughout the whole second half, you were seeing Brady to Gronk, Brady to whoever, all these guys attacking the middle of the field. And the Jets just didn't seem like they knew how to stop it. I mean, Darren Lee couldn't cover a tight end or a running back. He's been a liability at pass protection for, since he's been drafted. But man, we had opportunities to win this game, even with like everybody against us too. Man, it's just such a tough pill to swallow. God, because we could have been 4-2 and in first place. I don't know, man. It's just tough. And, of course, like I said, it's not just the referees. I mean, they played a big part in it, played a big part of the Jets losing. Don't get me wrong. That is a huge thing that we have to look at here. But at the same time, we had drop passes. We had these crappy calls. We didn't make any halftime adjustments, like I said. We had a couple turnovers. We couldn't run the ball effectively. Matt Forte couldn't do anything. He looked slow. Bilal Powell needs to be starting next week and for the rest of the season. If it was up to me, I would realistically take anything I could get for a Forte, whether it be a 7th-round pick, whether it be a cornerback, a practice squad corner, whoever. Take what you can get from him, because I don't think the Jets want him back this season, and we need to give these snaps to Powell and McGuire. Now, I know, of course, Powell didn't play, but from here on out, I want Powell and McGuire getting the majority of these snaps here. Even Cadet. I thought Cadet played better than Forte. I think the game plan going in was pretty obvious. Get Robbie Anderson involved. Let's just try to punch New England in the mouth. And we did do that. We did do that effectively at the beginning of the game, going up 14-0. Obviously picking off Brady. Screen should have had 2 picks, but he dropped that one. Which I think eventually led to a field goal. we had opportunities to win this game. Really disappointed right now. Really disappointed. Because I don't think the Patriots are as good as everyone says. I mean, think about this. With all the stuff that went down, that the Jets just... all the negative things that the Jets did out there, right? That we were still in this game. God, by one score. We only lost by one score. Back to the recap, though. I thought the Jets came out good. I thought we came out electric. I thought we came out... on fire with energy and kind of just playing like, you know what, screw this team. The only reason why this is a big game is because we're here and we're in MetLife Stadium. But then as soon as the Patriots started picking up some first downs, it just seemed like the energy, it was just like the air coming out of a balloon. Like it just like totally deflated. No pun intended. But it just the energy kind of just ran out of the stadium. And it was like, doubt started creeping in. You could just tell with the coaching, with the players. Doubt started creeping in. Wait a second. This is the defending champion Patriots that we are playing here. They're really good. They have skill. They have talent all over the board. Belichick's a great coach. Whatever. And the Patriots came back and won the game. But like I was saying before, with all the negative things that happened throughout this game, we still had an opportunity to win, and that's like what I can't wrap my head around right now. That's why I'm in like such like a disarray, because it's like if we would have came out on top, this would have been a fantastic win, because it's one of those games where like obviously it's the refs aren't on your side or anything like that, and we still found a way to win and get that first place. Hopefully this loss doesn't like flatten our tires and like ruin the rest of the season for us, because I did think we played pretty competitive, and I did think we had a trick up our sleeves, from the get-go. And I thought we did a pretty good job of starting fast. Excuse me. But overall it just wasn't enough. We just shot ourselves in the foot too many times, I think, with these bad 3rd down and 1. It's like, you know what it is? What it seems like to me, it's like when there's like a 3rd down and 1 or like a big down, right? I would prefer if the players and coaches were just like had the mindset of, we're gonna get this. Like, we are all NFL players here. We're gonna get this. We only have to go 1 yard here. Whereas I feel like the mindset is, 3rd down, we have to convert. What do we have to do? And Morgan's looking like through like, going through his whole playbook, like trying to find like the most like tricky, like complicated play, and it just doesn't work out because like whatever, like our offensive line couldn't block or whatever the case may be, a misread or something. These third downs in short are like, I would almost prefer 3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 7, than a 3rd and 1 or a 3rd and 2, because it just seems like it's just like super complicated, and there's just so much pressure on the Jets to pick up that 1 yard. It's almost like we're playing on a goal line. It's like, God, I just can't really just put my finger on it, It's just like there's this thing where it's 3rd down and 1, 3rd down and 2, even 4th down and 1. It's just like this feeling that I get to where it's just like we're basically playing like it's 1 yard and then like a brick wall. Like we can only get that 1 yard and we can't like squeak by it. Like it's just like some like crowded, complicated mess, and we just can't convert. It's like we outsmart ourselves. We can't execute these plays. As opposed to just being like, okay, 3rd and 1, let's just, kind of find a mismatch here. Let's send this guy in motion. Let's see, what the coverage is, and let's try to, exploit or give what the defense is taking us, kind of thing. So we couldn't convert on 3rd and shorts. We just couldn't do it. And one quick thing I have to say real quick is, I talked a little bit about it in the preview video. So many people in the comment section of that video were basically saying we have to get after Brady if we want to win this game. And Brady's jersey looked like it just came straight out of the washing machine. It was completely white. We couldn't get after Brady. I don't think we had a sack. The defensive line let the secondary down today. Wilkerson was non-existent. Leonard Williams, he was good in the run game, but in the pass game, he couldn't really make an effort, or an impact, I should say. I thought Ely looked good with the 2 swatted passes. I will say that. But our defensive line struggled today, and that should be our strong suit. That should be our vocal point of our defense. And it definitely let down the secondary because I thought the secondary did a pretty good job. But once it almost kind of felt like this. If you're like standing on top of a hill and you have like a basketball or something, and you put it there and it starts creeping a little bit down the hill, and then it just starts rolling. And that's what I kind of felt like what happened with this game. It's like we got to a nice lead, 14-zip, awesome. Let's keep the foot on the gas pedal. We did not do that. We started changing what we were doing. We were doing a lot of things that worked well in the first half, which we just completely went away from. And then it just started going downhill. So, still trying to wrap my head around this whole thing. Whatever. I think we play Miami next week, so they just beat Atlanta. Tough win for them. It's tough playing the Falcons in their place, especially with the whole new Mercedes-Benz Stadium or whatever it's called. So I think we got them next week. Hopefully we can bounce back. It's in Miami, I believe. And, it is what it is. New York Jets fall to 3-3 on the season. We're now in second place in the AFC East. So with that being said, go Jets.